Crystal ball photography offers a mesmerizing perspective by capturing and inverting a scene within a glass sphere. It's almost like you're holding an entire world in your hands. This unique style of photography is accessible to anyone, even those who want to use their smartphone. With a little creativity and the right composition techniques, anyone can create enchanting crystal ball photos. Hi everyone, and welcome to week 31 of the 52-week smartphone photography project. This week, I'm showing you how to use your smartphone effectively to craft some pretty awesome crystal ball shots. If you don't have one, they are generally inexpensive and easy to find. I grabbed this one off of Amazon for less than $30 Canadian. If you're having trouble finding them, also look for lens ball. 80mm is a good place to start if you want to make the ball the main subject of your image. And with that being said, let's get started. As with most subjects, positioning is an important decision. You'll want to start by figuring out what you want to show within the ball itself. This involves placing the ball in different places to find something interesting that catches your eye. It's important to remember that the image inside the crystal ball will be flipped upside down because of the way the light is bending throughout the curved surface. It's actually one of the allures of this type of photography. Luckily, there are a few techniques you can try to help figure out the best position. The first technique is what I like to call tunneling, and involves finding a pathway or tunnel that you can place the ball in front of. You'll notice that the entire pathway has been shrunk down inside of the ball. Another thing you can do is hold the ball out in front of you. This is great for landscape photos, especially near sunset when the light is soft. Adding the hand element with the scene inside the ball just adds another layer of interest. If you want to go for a different angle, try photographing down the ball. This involves photographing the crystal ball from above. Whatever is underneath the ball will essentially be magnified. This makes it great for areas that have a lot of detail on the ground. And don't forget to include elements of the scene around the ball. This can help tell more of the story behind the photo. The main benefit in using your smartphone for this style of photography is that there are generally some built-in modes that complement crystal ball images. The first one that comes to mind is portrait mode. This is a fantastic tool for creating a beautiful blur effect around your crystal ball, making it pop right out of the background. It also has some other nifty features you'll probably want to check out. Another one that will work well is food mode. If you have it, don't hesitate to try it out. Even though it's designed for food, it works wonders here too. It basically boosts saturation, narrows the focus, and gives your photos a warmer color temperature. This makes the scene inside the crystal ball stand out just a little bit more, and enabling the handy 3x3 grid on your smartphone lets you take advantage of the rule of thirds. Placing your crystal ball at different intersections in your scene will enhance the composition. However, placing the ball in the center of your frame also works very well in most situations. You might be tempted to leave the photo as is, which is okay, but there is so much more you can do to them using editing apps like Snapseed. Start off by tweaking the brightness, contrast, and saturation across the image to correct any issues that may have come up during shooting. Then turn to the selective editing tool. It's a great way to target the areas just inside of the crystal ball. This way you can adjust the image inside without affecting the rest of the scene. You'll want to add some depth with the lens blur feature as well. Blur the background to make the crystal ball the star of the show, drawing attention straight to the magic inside. If your smartphone has the blur feature in portrait mode, then you won't have to do this step. If you wanted to get really creative, start with the rotate tool to flip the entire image. This clever trick makes the inverted scene inside your crystal ball appear right side up, with the other elements upside down. Get creative with your edits. These are supposed to be surreal and imaginative images. And that's a wrap for this week. Thanks for joining me. I hope you found this subject as magical as I did. This week, we talked about how to use a crystal ball in your smartphone photography, including ways such as tunneling and shooting down the ball. We also discussed features like portrait mode that can help put the crystal ball front and center of your image. And lastly, we talked a little bit about Snapseed and how its special tools can make your lens ball images that much better. Now it's your turn to go out with your crystal ball and show us what ideas you come up with. Share your images in the discussion thread in our community, and until next week, happy shooting.